Okay, it's telling me I'm live. Anybody watching, quote unquote, will have to let me know if I'm actually live. So. Somebody tell me if you can hear me talking. I can't tell if I'm actually broadcasting anything. I'm assuming nobody's hearing me right now. Am I live? Okay, I'm live. Yay, I'm live. I don't even know. Let's see, I gotta... All right, you guys have to bear with me. This is not an official stream of anything. I don't have a subject. I don't have a topic or anything. I'm just... I'm attempting to see if I can get this OBS thing to work. Am I live? And apparently so, except there's no image. I don't know why there's no image. I had... can I do that now? I want to add an image. Yes. Image. No. Add existing. Image. Yeah, there we go. Aha. So you'll have to tell me. Do you see an image on the screen? And if you do see an image on the screen now, tell me what it says. And if you don't see an image on the screen, well, then it's still not working. Whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. All right, stop. Image, 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 image. That. Aha! Pincalo says knowing. All right, so you guys see it. Good. All right, well, this is me dinking around with OBS and attempting to figure out how to do something as simple as just a live stream using OBS. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to get some more advice from Satsu because he's used it more than I have. I was more concerned about whether or not this would actually work because in the past, when Satsu's used OBS to try to stream Lords of the Night, the stream has failed out, or you couldn't hear anybody, or something else. And I don't know if that's the case with this or not, or if I'm doing something wrong, or whatever. I can't promise what kind of visual trickery I'll add to my streams. But I'll probably practice with this a bit more to make it more interesting as time goes on. Evil One, I'm behind chat. Of course I'm behind chat. There's always going to be a delay. There's always going to be a delay. I'm not quite sure how to get super duper exactly live. I mean, even broadcast TV hasn't quite gotten to the point of being instantly live, so. Yeah, so... I don't want to talk about anything while I'm here. Let's see. Chaos Eve says, Scribelight desktop OBS is more stable than Streamlabs OBS. Yeah, okay. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe that's what Satsu was using. I don't know. I'm assuming. But if that's the case, then I should be in okay shape because that's what I'm using right now. As long as you don't get too crazy with it, it's pretty stable. Yeah, I don't plan on doing any major Twitch streamer effects or anything. Although I might poke Irate Bear and those guys over at Ghost Poo for any tips on having something interesting going on. I might have a border or something, or maybe I'll have a little animated moon base in the background. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Thank you, Bubba Hotep. Latency test. Yeah, okay, thank you. I just got that. Appreciate it. No donations are necessary, guys. I really do appreciate it either way. If you do have extra, money just burning a hole in your pocket, by all means, go donate it to Blind Press and Pincalo for their wedding fund. They're not asking for much in the grand scheme of things. Weddings have gone for... God, I remember I attended a wedding one time that I was a kid, but I could tell it was an expensive frickin' deal. You got, I never really understood super duper expensive weddings. Like if you've got, I don't know, $50,000, just absolutely, you know, hot lava in your pocket, why don't you spend $5,000 on the wedding and give the rest to the bride and groom as like, I don't know, seed money for a house or something? I never really understood really expensive weddings, but what do I know? Scribelight, nice butt. Oh, right, yes. Yeah, that was interesting. I forget who said that last night. Somebody asked if I had a commission of an alternate angle of my avatar showing off his rear end, which I thought was funny. For those of you that don't know, my avatar is actually fan art based on a painting from 1818, where you just see the backside of the guy looking out over the mountains. And I always wondered, like, what would a profile picture of that guy look like? And Knight of Charlemagne knocked it out of the park after I made that request, and it's just been my avatar ever since. And I cannot tell you how appreciative I am. I always thought it was so cool to have very unique avatar art that fit in so well, because I love that painting. I don't know, there's something about that painting that I love, and he nailed it. And I always thought, and I've had so many people say like, hey, I've seen that picture on Frankenstein. I'm like, well, you've seen something similar on Frankenstein. You haven't seen that picture on Frankenstein. Good morning, One Ton Hammer. Oh, good morning, everybody, by the way. Hello, Blind Press, Point Curation, Pincalo, Desert Tramp, Jamie Patterson, and Capjack, Manic, Evil One, Ex-Bubba Hotep, of course, Corey Suzuki, Chaos Eve, who else I got here? Chicago Mike, Rebecca Fairley. I got it right, see? I remembered. Who else? Anybody else? I think that's... Raymond Lewis. Top Ramen Lewis is in there somewhere. And Jamil Joseph, hello. Make sure I say hi to everybody that I see here. Mule 1066 up near the top. Let's see. Chaos says, if you want another expert in OBS, the 110 Hammer is a good person to ask. I think Hammer had offered in the past to educate me on that, and I didn't have a reason to at the time because, you know, Lords of the Night streams are not overly complicated. We don't make them overly complicated. Now we'll have the option to. Mine will probably not be that complicated, but if I can, without too much hassle, add in, you know, little pictures or effects or something to the stream to make it more interesting, maybe I will. We'll see. It'll be a learning process like everything else. Let's see. Shay La, good morning. Is that coffee or cocoa? I'll take it as cocoa because I don't drink coffee. Blind Press. Shit, I really need to watch my Trek episodes. Hey, Blind, I am curious. Let's see. I'm curious what you thought of the stuff that was presented in the Picard trailer, or such. Or have you watched any of Discovery? I'm sorry if you've been talking about this on your show and I just missed it. Jacqueline Dusk, what are we testing? I'm testing to see if I can use OBS as an encoder for doing live streams, because as of August 1st, Hangouts is going away as a component that you can use to live stream on YouTube. So I've got to figure out, at least in a rudimentary way, if nothing else, how to use OBS to do a live stream for Lords of the Night or, you know, any other instance where I feel like it. So far, it seems like, at least as far as the basics are concerned, I've got it going. And like I say, as far as like what the images on the screen or anything else going on, if I can learn how to safely and without too much hassle add effects or, you know, moving images and such just for background noise, I'll do that. What I need to do is get a looping image of the animated avatar I've got with the clouds going on in the background. Polydub did that for me a long time ago, and it's great. The only problem is it doesn't loop. Like, once it comes to an end, it kind of stutter stops and starts over again. The animation is not continuous, so I can't drag it out and just make it a continuous line. It looks kind of... I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just my OCD just kind of goes like, eh. So in my videos, whenever you see that animated avatar, in 99.9% of the instances, you'll only see it go for a maximum length of time before I cut to either a different avatar or a different image, because it cutting off and starting over again with the clouds in a different place. I don't know. It hurts my senses for whatever reason. There's a little private behind the scenes insight for you of my neuroses. Chaos Eve scribe. I think it loop. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it could be looped. I mean, I could just stretch out the I could make it loop. But the problem is the animation itself does not come back on itself between the beginning and the end. And Capjack, that's such an easy fix. I'm sure it is an easy fix. I'm not an animator, and I didn't do the original source files, so I don't know. So anyway, let's see. Piccolo says I barely got past the Klingons. Yeah, when I saw the images of the Klingons for Discovery, I was like, what the hell are they doing? And part of the reason is the rights issues. If you're curious at all about the absolute chaos regarding the rights issues between the original Star Trek and the J.J. Abrams Star Trek and what CBS can do on All Access Star Trek, Midnight's Edge channel on YouTube, they do great documentaries and investigation editorials about the business behind genre stuff like Star Trek and Marvel and DC and all types of things. And when they broke down, like, here's how the rights work between the original series and J.J. Abrams and all this stuff, it is insanity. So when I saw certain characters and things appearing in the Picard trailer, I was like, wow, they must have thrown some of those rights things out the window, or they must have paid a lot of money to license certain people and characters and things to bring it over into that show, because technically the Picard trailer or the Picard show wasn't, or at least as far as I understand it, couldn't have been an actual direct continuation from the movies. It'd be like sitting in its own little separate universe that could allude to things that happen in Next Generation, but it couldn't actually technically be a direct continuation from Next Generation. But since it talks about Data dying, it has 7 of 9 in there, and purportedly other characters from Next Gen are going to show up in there as their characters. Maybe they, paid out the bucks to connect all the licensing. So I don't know. And Capjack, Scribelight, why not just replace the sky with footage from the Outworld sky from the Mortal Kombat movie? LOL, don't. Okay, I am not a graphics artist, nor am I an animator. If I could do that stuff, I would. I have very, very rudimentary knowledge of how to manipulate stuff using like Vegas and such. I've done some very bad sort of image overlays and things in past videos, so I don't do that much of it. So I'd probably have to go to Poly and see if he could cook up a revised avatar or something, which I'm hesitant to do, and I know I'm saying this in public now, so somebody's going to bug him about it, because I'm just so grateful for what he did just off the cuff of his own accord without me sort of asking for it. I don't want to bother him, but, anyway, I don't know what I'm saying anyway. Let's see, Blind Press. I'm curious to see if Brent Spiner is playing Data or B4. I'm not sure that what we saw in the trailer wasn't a holodeck program. That Picard is sitting there playing with effectively a rendition of Data and not the actual Data. Obviously, there is some point at which Data of some kind is going to show up in the show. I don't know how they're going to do that, since, as far as I understand it, the real Data was destroyed, but he has a backup, actually B4, etc. So I guess we'll see. Scribelight, have you ever seen a TV series in the 70s that Andy Griffith as a junkyard guy who builds a rocket to get the junk off the moon and other junk? No, I'm not much of an Andy Griffith aficionado, so I'm sure such a thing might exist, but I don't know. All right. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to test this out to see if it worked, if I could actually do a stream with this, even in the most simplified way possible. I'm going to get some more information from Satsu and such, but, in case the roof fell in and something happened between now and next Tuesday where I couldn't get in touch with Satsu or couldn't get any advice, I just wanted to be able to do something rinky-dink if emergency called for it. Still figuring out how we're going to do the debate. I don't know if we'll stream it live like we did last time. It might be sort of a running commentary thing for the first hour or so, which is going to be awkward for anybody coming into it later on to try to sync up the live broadcast with the stream. Or we can figure out some way to do it through DLive on the one hand, but still have something going on YouTube, though I'm afraid that if we simulcast that way, anybody watching on YouTube will just be hearing silence for long periods as we listen to the debate rather than having something in the middle. I don't know. This is the problems of live TV. So anyway, we'll figure it out. Thank you guys for showing up just for this little test. I don't know if I'll keep the stream up. Maybe I will just for the hell of it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good weekend. And I will talk to you tonight on Lords of the Night. Let's see if I can end this stream without destroying the world. How would I?